I really shouldn't have to make this video, but it looks like I'm gonna. So basically this is a video explaining what encryption is in a sort of layman's terms, why it's useful and why the current war on it is absolutely ridiculous, and why it's completely sort of unwarranted and mostly BS. Check out our website at TechteamGB.co.uk for more info on both this and many other products, and also up-to-date news on all things tech. Stick around for this awesome video. So a quick disclaimer, I could definitely get things wrong in this video, and I'm going to be simplifying everything so it's very simple to understand. So if I do get anything wrong, feel free to leave some corrections in the comments down below, and I'll try and add annotations and stuff like that for anything that I do get wrong. But let's jump in. So basically, encryption is locking up your data so that when it's transmitting over the internet, it can't be intercepted, changed, or generally just sort of swapped out or taken from, right? So that is a very similar principle to when you go to the airport and you put your luggage in the hold, and then you put a lock on it before you sort of hand it off to someone. The reason you put a lock on it is so that nobody can put stuff in or take stuff out. I mean, imagine turning up in USA with 7,000 tons of heroin. Wait, how would you get 7,000 tons of heroin in a single? Anyway, so that's really quite a bad situation to be in. But the reason you put a lock on it is so that people can't steal or put stuff in, right? And that's pretty much how encryption works. I mean, to glaze over a few things. Now, instead of having an actual key with all the notches and bumps as you turn it, you have a public and a private key, right? So these are strings of letters and numbers that work in a pair. So you would use one to encrypt the data. So you would sort of put one on the outside as the lock, right? And then you use the public key as the key, which you'll do a quick sum on it, and if it comes out with the right answer, it'll unlock the packet. If you have the wrong answer, so you have the wrong key, then it won't let you open the packet, right? So that's effectively like having the right or the wrong key. Fairly simple, hopefully easy enough to understand. Now, currently, the politicians are attacking this in a couple of different ways. First of all, someone like David Cameron, who is clearly an absolute idiot in terms of technology and how encryption and the internet works, wants to completely ban encryption, which is absolutely insane, stupid, ridiculous, and unruly, and I can't even. But also something to note is that he also wants to, like Hillary Clinton, weaken the encryption or add a backdoor in one of these many articles about his idiocy. Now, the key thing is that encryption is basically just maths, right? So you can't exactly weaken maths. While you can add a backdoor, here's the problem with it. The TSA in America, the airport security, have a master key for all locks that go on sort of, baggage and stuff, right? So they have a key that can unlock your bag if you go to the airport with a lock on it. Now, the fact that that key even exists already poses a threat to everyone who uses planes and takes their luggage anywhere. And you basically, with the knowledge that that key exists, you're basically just taking a risk by even bothering to put a lock on. At this point, with that key in existence, you may as well just not bother locking it up and just hoping and praying that no one will take your stuff and dump some drugs and then tell you out of the border or something like that if they don't like you very much. You've just got to hope that that doesn't happen, which is ridiculous and the whole point of having the lock in the first place. Now, that's what's happening with encryption. If you put a backdoor into encryption, you effectively remove the point of having the lock. You remove the point of having encryption. As even if one person, even if the UK government gets a way in, a backdoor, that means that everyone gets a backdoor, because it's very easy to exploit things, especially if you're looking for, digital backdoors and stuff like that. It's very easy to get in if there is one there. Now, the reasoning behind it that they say publicly is that terrorists use encrypted communications to communicate and plan terrorist attacks. Now, unfortunately, as we've seen in Paris, this is seen to be untrue, as the Paris attackers were using unencrypted text messages to coordinate the attack. And this is kind of the problem with mass surveillance, which is personally the only reason I can see for why governments would want to ban encryption, and that's just because they want all the power and stuff like that and want to make sure they know exactly what you're thinking at every second of every day. But the key point is that for me, I can't not, the French version of the NSA, I cannot see them not having these texts on a server somewhere, because they were too busy focused on encrypted traffic, and they were too busy trying to just sort through everything because of the way mass surveillance works. They missed it and people died, and that's terrible. And the whole point of mass surveillance, or the whole point of general police work, is so that you stop this sort of thing, and mass surveillance clearly doesn't work. Now, the kind of why it's necessary is things like online banking. That requires encryption. If you don't have encryption for online banking, you won't be able to do online banking, because your password would be open to anyone, and therefore your bank account would be basically open to anyone. Also, online purchases, if you buy anything on Amazon, say goodbye to your Amazon account and say goodbye to your bank account too. People will just buy stuff and, you know, send it to their own house or whatever like that. And then the other thing is privacy and secure communication. If you just want to have a chat with someone, or, you know, if you want to send your nude pictures or whatever else, you need encryption for that. Otherwise, anyone can access it. If you, you know, the point is that no encryption means you head towards being North Korea. If you don't have the view that the current government or the current power has, without encryption, you wouldn't be able to, you know, let someone know your thoughts without fear of someone, you know, the government or whoever else, knowing that you're a dissenting voice and therefore you should be taken care of. Now, obviously that is a bit tinfoil hat and a bit extremist, but you can look at North Korea and you can see the fact that they don't have encryption and they don't have many other things, and they are living under, you know, someone who very clearly isn't very good for them. But anyway, basically without it there's no internet, so please help. If you are in the UK or USA or really anywhere else, please do contact your local politician and just make sure that they know that encryption is definitely necessary and we need to have it. Otherwise, you know, it's the end of the internet as we know it. And also please do share the video. I know it's a bit of a sort of view grab, but the more people who know about encryption and know about general just why this is so bad, the more people can help and the more understanding we can have. So yeah, anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to leave a comment down below of what you thought and all that sort of stuff. Subscribe for more awesome tech videos. Check out the sort of videos over there on Facebook and Twitter as well for more updates and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Also, just as a quick note, people like Donald Trump don't deserve our time of day, let alone anything else. He really has no idea how the internet works, because he thinks that Bill Gates, a retired philanthropist, has the power to close up the internet. Considering that even if Bill Gates was still in control of Microsoft, they are only one of several companies who offer cloud services on the internet. They're not even people like Level 3 or Cogent who actually run the backbone of the internet. They're not Comcast or Time Warner or BT or Verizon or whoever else who actually provide access to the internet. They would be the only ones who could possibly do that, not people like Microsoft. So I seriously hate this guy.